ever wonder why this don't happen to you? Because you ain't educated.
So the question I have looking at all these people fighting is, what is the point of people fighting? Are they using it as promotion? Like, what are they using it for? Right? Like, what's the point of recording it? And then, like, give me an example. Tentacion had two, 3 angles of the fight, right? And you clearly see that somebody else was recording it as they were fighting, right? So my thing is, to release it, are they using that as a form of publicity now?
That actually looked like, well, that particular footage on the Instagram looked like security camera.
Okay.
So either he got the security camera footage and was like, hey, this would be interesting if I posted on my Instagram for whatever reason.
Okay. Or,
for him to get access to that footage, which, it could potentially be a criminal case at that point.
Yeah.
He would have to be like I would think he would have to be like a cop or something to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So maybe it is publicity or like promotional where they can be like, hey, this is, a candid video of this fight happening. And, this is just how we're doing it. I don't know.
Wow, by showing everybody. Because, like, my thing is when you release something like that, like, besides pride, like, what is the purpose of releasing a video of, like, you actually fighting people, right? Because then it's like, we have that, right? And then we have what's recently happened is a Trippie Red situation against 6ix9ine. And what's interesting, what I'm seeing is, these two things are the biggest topics right now, right? Because it's pretty much feuds happening.
Shit worked, I guess.
Yeah, it's feuds happening, and it's making these artists elevate. You see, look at the Migos, and you look at them as like, they're fighters. You're looking at Tentacion as he could stand his ground. You're looking at Trippie Red as like the aggressor because he got jumped recently. You're looking at 6ix9ine, like what the hell is he? What is he doing? But at the end of the day, it's causing so much media attention, and it's pushing their sales. So it's like, is it the detriment of a society or the detriment of a culture is what's bringing them up? Because I don't know any other genre that's doing the same thing.
And the funny thing about the Migos, I would think they were on like a different plane as far as like, Bad and Bougie taking off, them really being in the spotlight. I think, Quavo and them, they even got songs with fucking, big pop stars out there.
Big
even
pop
like,
stars,
does Taylor Swift have a Migos song or something like that? Or
yeah, I think she did.
It's some either Taylor Swift or one of the main white chicks got a video or a song with the Migos. So it's kind of interesting to be like, yo, like, so y'all on this plateau where y'all obviously are, pop status or could be pop status if y'all just kind of keep it clean, but y'all still doing ratchet shit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. These are all people that are rich, right? At the end of the day, they all have money. Believe it or not, right?
Yeah, some type of money.
And most of them have criminal background records, so you would think at the end of the day they would want to stay the most out of trouble.
And not end up like what Meek's going through right now,
exactly.
Actually, with the whole court system. Because, I don't know if his shit is more real because you're actually getting to see the real effects of the shit that actually happens when it's real. When you actually got to deal with probation.
Yeah.
You actually got to deal with lawyers, and you actually go to actual jail.
Yeah.
And you stay there for a period of time.
And it kind of take the Migos side a little bit. Like, this was their entourage, but it was known that it was their entourage.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
So
if
one of them ever get caught with some bullshit,
yeah,
all that shit is coming
all it's going to fall on them. It's going to be like, well, we know for a fact that one of them has a background, right? And most likely on probation. So, which is interesting, right? So it's like, it'll go back to them, back to him, and it'll go forward a little bit, which could send him to jail. Or he can just say, I have nothing to do with it. But it seems like the controversy and the fighting, seems to be a thing and a cool thing, which I hope people don't catch on to. Another one that's happening is, let me see, you got the Tentacion, you got the Trippie Red, what's his name? He got beat up behind the scenes.
Who?
God, what's his name? He has a dreadlock, but you know what I'm talking about. He got beat up behind the stage, but after he got beat up, he was like, it's all good, as he accepted. So I'm kind of seeing that when somebody gets beat up, I remember back in the day, you don't show your face. Now it's like, I get beat up, or I get into a fight, I'm the aggressor because they should have killed me or something else, or it doesn't mean anything. right? So it's like completely like, how do you spin it?
But right, and then I guess if they're using it as a point for promotion, it's like these things are happening to me. I'm resilient. This person who you can't take down. I guess like on some Young Dolph type tip. I don't really know. Young Dolph's, what the whole situation is. I just know he keeps getting shot.
He keeps getting shot. Yeah. He hasn't said anything since last shooting too.
Right. Well, he actually had a Breakfast Club interview where he was talking about. He said a little bit about Yo Gotti in it, but then he was just talking about I guess how he chooses to go about every time he gets shot, and he's like, if I'm gonna be getting shot and going to this shit anyway, then I'm gonna just drop some project behind it and make some money on it. So it's like, all right, that was his logic. I wasn't trying to argue with the shit. I couldn't really argue with it. Like, I mean, he's obviously getting money from what he says, and if it comes down to him having to be shot in order to be able to push the album, then
he's willing to.
That whole philosophy
think about that
method is just kind of.
We're at a point right now where people are willing to get in fights.
Anything. People
are willing to do, and they're figuring this out. And this is what's interesting, man. So. We're at a point now where Dame Dash said it best. He said people are getting famous for being famous, and they're people are known for their shenanigans rather than their music, right? So it's like, now if you have good music and you have shenanigans, you're at the top. But you can have shenanigans and alright music or no music and still make it up there. A perfect example is Bunk Gang, whatever his name is. Like, he hasn't dropped not one song yet, right? He's about to get signed by the Migos.
Oh, really?
He's about to get signed. They're already talking. So, like, that kind of shows
But if he doesn't have music, what is he going to be signed?
Social media, man. Because, like, once you get that social media presence, that's overcoming album sales now.
He's got the presence, but then what is he... how can he mind... If he doesn't have
views
music,
are album sales now.
Yeah, I mean, views, but they have to view, like, music.
Views are album sales now. So all he has to do is like do this, which is like not the smartest thing, right? And then drop an album right behind it. He already has an audience, so the audience is gonna automatically go to the song.
I mean, they'll go to the song, but I mean that shit. I mean, me personally, that shit can't.
Look at the girl from Dr. Phil. I mean, people, these record labels, they're signing, they're giving these people deals. Yeah. And we're at a point right now to where, like, believe it or not, musicians are going to be replaced by YouTubers. I mean, it's just bound to have people who have a social presence.
You should call them fucking...
musicians, really, at this point.
Nah, you can't call them musicians.
Because remember, there's a guy named Jake out there.
You have to call them, like...
Nah, they call it A, because they're going to be making some money.
Well, they're anything but musicians. They're like fucking...
I don't know,
they're social media, like...
influencers?
I don't even want to say influencers because, I mean, they have influence in a bad way. It just...
So why can't they be multi-talented?
It's because it's not a talent.
It's not a talent? No. They're dropping music and doing the music and then...
They're doing music, but there's... I mean, that's a whole other...
It's just different now because there's no way to control the channels. So what's happening is it's good and it's bad. It's good because you have the power to do anything you want. It's bad because you have certain people, you can do everything you want. So you have certain people who are like, you know what? I know people like violence and drugs. So I'm going to do a whole lot of violence and drugs, get you in, and then drop an album. You know how I am, and I live this life because obviously you see it, right? You see it. I'm doing it. You're not going to know if it's real or fake, but you see that I'm doing it. All right, here's the album. Now you're like, oh, yeah, his album, dude. He's not really saying anything, but you know what? You like that person already, so you feel like you want to support him, right? And that's kind of like the dynamics. Like, I feel like now what's happening is you'll know the artist first, and then he drops the music, where before it was drop the music, and then you get to know the artist because you like his music.
Right.
It's reversed.
And then, I feel pretty soon that shit is going to come to a head. Like, it's only but so far it can go before it drops off and becomes something else. So whatever form that something else is going to be, whether or not it, goes back to being, more music-oriented, or if it just goes to being complete hell,
I think it'll get more hell because it's like, how far can you really push the envelope? Like, there's a guy who's in a wedding dress, sucking a pistol.
New age jerk boy.
I mean, pretty soon it's gonna be like, I wonder how far can you push that envelope?
There's nothing worse that.
There is something worse. I mean, I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna start dropping like sex tapes left and right. and it's not
that
gonna.
Shit don't even,
yeah, I'm telling you, like it's gonna be like some crazy sex tapes. Like they're gonna be like, yeah, because they already say they had a tape for 6ix9ine already. Like if you watch the Trippie Red video, he says
like,
they have a like he
like
did online or something. Like, yo, bro, you blah blah. He drops the tape. You know what I'm saying? He comes up with a song called Bad. Bad, I'm about that life. You know, and it's just him being with a goat. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, I mean, that's kind of like the way that it goes. You know, it's like, what are you willing to do? Or you could say, sell your soul. So controversial, that's going to get people to look at your stuff to remember you for that.
But keep in mind, this is only rap.
It's only rapping. I don't think I don't know anybody else in any other culture besides music. Like the rap or hip hop that's doing stuff like that. Hell, I'll take a stab and say even reggae. Like nobody else is doing that. The only thing that's doing that is rap. Like you don't see country, you don't see pop, you just see rap.
So why is rap under attack this kind of way?
Wow. Think about that. Why is just rap, which is predominantly
black and the most popular, arguably, well, not arguably, the most popular. Why is it under attack so much?
Right, and that's why we have these shirts called Educated Freedom, because you get to a point where if you think about something intensely, that's when you become free. So just think about that. Why is it only in one culture they act a certain way? They get a certain response, and it's year after year after year. But in every other one, they don't do that. They get better album sales. Like you don't see Adele doing it. You don't see a lot of people doing this, man. You don't. Like I mean, the top selling artists,
way more money.
And they getting way more money. That make Drake look horrible. Adele's album sales make Drake look horrible, and all Adele does is get on and sing about her heart breakups. She don't talk about how she beat a bitch up. Just something to think about, man. Yeah. But, you know, if they go that route, they consider it a sellout route, right? A sellout, but, you know, in actuality, it's kind of considered safe. So just think about that for a minute, man. And remember, when you're educated, you're free. And that's what educated freedom means. So next time somebody does some stuff for you, man, or whatever, just really think about it intensely. All you got to do is think.
Word, man. 2 educated guys.
Peace.